believe God again for his healing power in your life. Because I'm not telling you because I came out of some school of theology. I'm telling you because I know what it is to strike the ground. I know what it is to pound the ground when I didn't feel like it, but till my knuckles were bloody, till I just felt like I couldn't press no more. And then I felt God's strength come underneath me and remind me, strike the ground again, Adam. Ultimate victory comes when God places his hands on your hands. It happens when you choose to not let your lack of passion define you, but you strike the ground again. You can help me. He made a way. Last thing. It's kind of an interesting end to the story, quite honestly. Elisha died and was buried. And they bury him in what seems to be the most ghetto cemetery in all of Israel. Matter of fact, most commentators believe that that's how backslidden the people of God were at that point. That their disdain for Elisha was to bury him in a place where they knew grave robbers came every year. Matter of fact, they could predict that grave robbers were going to come during the spring, and they would dig up the bodies of the dead people because the robbers understood what the church should know, and that's that you can't take it with you. But as they were buried in their wealth, the grave robbers would dig them up, grab the wealth, and rob those who were dead. Elisha's in a shallow tomb, and one day some friends are burying a guy, and they see robbers coming in the distance. They get so scared that the robbers are coming that they take the body of the dead man and they throw it in the shallow tomb of Elisha, and then they run. But when the dead body touches Elisha's bones, the dead man jumps up on his feet. That must have been awkward. Think about that for a moment. The guy who was dead is now alive, and his friends that were burying him in the ghetto cemetery have run and left the body there. And he jumps up on his feet. He's like, hey, where y'all going? How you gonna leave me here? And I remember praying and saying, God, if everything in your word is for our teaching and our edification, what could you possibly want to teach us out of that? And the Holy Spirit simply said to me, Adam, don't go to the grave with life left in your bones. What would you choose to do if you knew you couldn't fail? And then the Holy Spirit began to say inside of me, if you got a book, write it. If you got a business inside of you, start it. If you got a song, sing it. If you got a sermon, preach it. If you got an education, go get it. Why? Because the worst thing could be that you would take to the grave what God had purposed for you to deliver to the earth.